Hey folks, in this video we're going to take a look at what makes an alcohol an alcohol. Now of course you might think that, oh gee, an alcohol is anything we pick up at the liquor store. But in chemistry, an alcohol is anything that has an OH group on it, or a hydroxyl group. So for example, if we have a carbon atom, and up to this point we've learned that carbon atoms like to have 4 bonds. So 4 covalent bonds looking like this, okay? Now, if we put a hydroxyl group on there, this is an OH. An OH, a hydroxyl group, this is what makes an alcohol an alcohol. Now, these other covalent bonds here coming off of the carbon atom, they could be hydrogens, they could be any number of elements, but as long as we have the carbon and the OH group here, this makes it an alcohol. And there's different ways that this could look. So for example, if we have 2 carbon atoms covalently bonded together like this with an OH like this, a hydroxyl group, this would also be an alcohol. Or if, for example, we had a benzene ring like this, and we put a hydroxyl group on there, OH, this also makes it an alcohol. So all of these structures here, as long as they have the hydroxyl group, makes them an alcohol. Now some things to keep in mind. These oxygen atoms, they have lone pairs coming off of them, like this, okay? A couple of lone pairs of electrons coming off of them like this, like that. And if we remember back to maybe a previous class even, oxygen is an electronegative element, and with these lone pairs like this, it makes it a polar molecule. And so alcohols tend to be polar, and so they tend to be soluble in water because water is also polar and like dissolves like. So we think of alcohols as being soluble in water generally because they have this OH on here, the hydroxyl group.